The video I'm going to do today is the Irish indie comic book DeathSworn. I originally bought this in 2 issues at Dublin Comic Con 2018 when I met Carl O'Rourke, the creator. Since then, the book is no longer available with this publisher, and it's been launched as an Indiegogo campaign. I believe a lot of the artwork and the lettering is all being edited, I suppose remastered, changed, and like in those 2 issues the story wasn't complete, so obviously the Indiegogo will have a complete story. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. Yeah, I'm really excited. Can you tell? This is the first page in the whole story, and it's a nice start. Like, you have this character up here and he's placing bets, and then you've a nice shot here of a door opening, and then it goes back to this character, and then you've got like great expression here, surprise on his face, and I love the way all the money is kind of flying around everywhere. And then you cut back to this character. He's obviously coming out through these gates, full on battle armor, and then, you know, like a cheeky kind of close up of him smiling. Yeah, like on first impressions, like the artwork is absolutely gorgeous, I have to say. I love all the designs in this book. It's really well thought out. Just even the rendering, all this kind of like it kind of looks like blood splatter, some kind of just almost atmospheric blood mist or something like that. But yeah, just a gorgeous page just to start out the story. Like, even this is the second page. You know, just pure kind of action. Like, I love this expression in that creature's face. Kind of looks like some kind of space ogre or something, but like that's just great artwork. Like, the chin getting knocked up with the teeth flying out, just a great kind of expression. The speed lines, I actually love the background here. That was one thing. Carl done a lot more backgrounds in issue 2 than in issue 1, but actually this is issue 1. I've just noticed there's some really nice details there in the background. But yeah, like this page 2 is just, it's absolutely class. Like, what an action shot. Like, all these creatures have such cool looking facial expressions. Like, great stuff. This as well, yeah, I just wanted to kind of capture this. I just adore this character design. That actually looks like an almost kind of external brain or something, which is really cool. I really like that. Like, and I love this visor, the kind of metallic chin, this asymmetric detail. I think I remember seeing something before about character design, and or maybe someone told me, but the idea was that when you're designing characters, like, you shouldn't mirror every detail on each side of the body. Like, so, like, think of a character like Cable from the X-Men. He's got one metallic arm and then one kind of human arm, like, so that's kind of, it's not symmetrical. So I kind of like the way this character has a bit of this kind of tubing and tech just on one side of his chest. But that's a beautiful drawing. It's just the rendering on it, the lighting, everything it's absolutely gorgeous. Love that. The next image I'm going to show is I suppose before I show it, like, this book is kind of just a no holds barred action, and, you know, there's a good bit of violence in there. Like, that's the type of book it is. Like, you know, if you're coming in, like, it's just pure action, adventure, chaotic at times. Like, so you'll see what I mean in the next panel. Like, here we go. So yeah, basically he's tearing some guy's arm off. I suppose not, I wouldn't buy comics because there's violence in them, but you have to appreciate this for just it's really well done. I just love the effects. Like, that's one thing I think that Carl is really strong at, is all the different effects. There's some incredible effects in this book. I think I have a screen grab of some of them, so I can kind of get onto them. But yeah, like there's a lot of crazy action scenes like this, where there's people getting arms ripped off, different body parts chopped up and stuff like that. Like I think it's more so in the first issue because they're in a kind of gladiatorial arena. But yeah, if this is something that you're squeamish about, then well, now you know. Now you know what you're getting yourself into. Yeah, this was kind of I took a pic of this because it was more shown more of Carl's ability to do effects. Like that's a beautiful effect. It's almost like the character is just emitting an insane amount of energy, and you've got these like sunspots and stuff like that, like and actually the fact that they look like sunspots makes a lot of sense when it's with this character. I don't really want to give too much detail away about the story, but like that's just a really awesome image. This page here, actually this was probably the only time in the story where it's just something kind of popped out as a bit off, and it's an exchange between these two characters. But it's just this second last panel. It looks, the way it's looking, you've got DeathSworn. It looks like he's about to leave in a doorway, and it's like they're finishing off their conversation. But then there's like a final panel where he looked as if he was walking away, but now he's kind of back standing right beside this character, and then they have more to say. Like, so I think just kind of as a flow wise, that just seemed a little bit off, like, but really a minor thing, to be honest. Yeah, this is actually, there's a few things here that I thought Carl done really well in the writing department. One of them, there's a character in it called Dominic Danger, and I'm gonna be honest, when I first read his name, I kind of rolled my eyes, but I suppose I didn't get what this comic was about at the time. It was more there's tongue-in-cheek stuff in here. That's what it seems to me. And what I really like, I just took this photograph here where this character says a bounty hunter called Dominic Danger responded to our call, and this guy here responds back like, what a god awful name. Like, so I like when a writer has that kind of self-awareness, where I don't know if Carl likes the name Dominic Danger, or maybe he didn't like it and thought, I'm gonna give him a silly name and maybe have some other character mock it or something like that. But I just kind of like that. I suppose it just shows that the characters in the story are thinking differently to each other, which I thought was great. This scene made me laugh. I don't really laugh a lot in reading comic books. I don't know why, like, but the odd time certain things can make me laugh, like, and this is this character Dominic Danger. And I actually I didn't get the photograph fully of this panel here, but like Dominic is saying to this guy, give me your best shot, I can take it. And this artwork here is gorgeous. Like, I just love that kind of backhand, and Dominic here right up in the camera, just getting cracked in the face. And what was quite funny was that he kind of looks back with the okay sign. He says, all right, give me your second best shot. Obviously the guy can hit pretty hard, like, yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. Also here, Carl does this great, like, there's definitely a good few panels in the story with this where characters get hit and they kind of there's like a blood splatter where their face comes into the camera, like, and it looks really dynamic and really cool, like, yeah, great. That's great stuff. Like, I just took 3 images here of different environments from issue 2, and I just got the feeling in issue 2 that Carl was thinking a lot more about the environments and making, I suppose, setting out an intention to put more environments in there. Like, I felt like issue 1 he was very focused on the characters and just really kind of zooming in on them, and like, there was a lot of kind of tight shots of characters and stuff like that, like, but then what I found in issue 2 was that then he seemed to be thinking about more of these environments and where they were and how they worked and stuff like that. Like, and especially coming to the end of the issue, like when they came into this area here, when they were looking for the well, I'm not going to give it away, but they're looking for something. But yeah, I just thought like that building looks cool with the lightning in the up in the sky. And then they fall down into this pit. But like, I love even this here, the in the background, this kind of statue, and it looks like there's old lighting and stuff hanging off it. Like, that's it makes it look like lived in and kind of have that natural feel. Like, even here there's like a battle going on, and you know, there's stuff interacting with the environment. Like, I love all that type of stuff, to be honest. It just makes the area feel more real and tangible. I put this page in because out of every page in the entire story, this was my favorite just set of images, sequential images, and I just thought it all worked together really well. Like, if you look at the first panel here, I just love this kind of chaos. DeathSworn has been thrown around. You've got some really nice composition, cables and sparks, some cool sound effects. Then you see this character, I think her name is Tatiana, you know, struggling to get closer to DeathSworn, and like, basically their ship is crashing here on this planet. And after this series where of three panels, you've got these final 2 panels, and then you have the ship coming down. You can see the engine is on fire. Like, this these effects here, like, that's just absolutely gorgeous. I just love all these effects that Carl does. The speed, you can really feel the speed, how fast this is coming down. And then even here, the ship crashing into the ground. It's just very kinetic and dynamic and exciting. It's a great page. Just really good job on that one. So yeah, overall, I would really recommend DeathSworn. I think it's a brilliant, it's just an amazing achievement. Like, if you think of all of the artwork in there, like the drawings, the coloring, the effects, the lettering, the story, everything all done by one person, like, it's such an amazing achievement. And I think Carl should really be you know, congratulated. Like, I think most people don't really get what it takes to create such a thing. Like, it's so many hours of work. It's just sick, the amount of hours needed to produce this. You kind of have to be obsessed nearly to create such a thing. Like, in a weird way, that's what I love about comics. Like, but really, yeah, excellent job on this book, and I can't wait to pick up the Indiegogo whenever. I think it's going to be ready next year. But yeah, I just can't wait to get that in one volume and read through it and just stick it on my shelf. Like, yeah, really good job, Carl. Well done, man. If you like this video on DeathSworn, then please give it a like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. DeathSworn.